Hi everyone, Rosie here. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone is doing well. How is today going for you all? My day's going well, I have to say. I think I'm on time here, which is nice. Okay, let's see. It looks like we can see everything. We'll see, just give it a moment, see if anyone has time to join me today. It is a very hot day here in Calgary today. Hi, Stacy. Nice to see you. Hope you're keeping cool. Hello, Irene. Hello, everyone that I might have missed. If I missed your name, if you popped up on here, I was looking at my computer, and unless you comment, I may have missed you coming in to watch. So if I don't say your name, welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? Hi, Diane. Oh, it's cool in the east. Yes, well, that's okay. We've been in a heat wave, which is unusual. I think I said this last week too. Hello, Julie. How are you? Yeah, so we're going to take a look at a few new items in the store. Take a look at them up close. Hi, Aaliyah. Is it Aaliyah? I hope I said that right. Nice to see you here. Hot. You know, it's summertime, it should be hot. We get enough winter when winter's here, so we deserve to have a little bit of pleasure and some warm weather. Oh, great. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you as well. So I've got a bunch of goodies on my table in front of me. And I have to say that I think I might be buying a couple of these myself now that I see them in person. So why don't we take a look first off at this Craft Consortium Ink Drops Rose paper. So we've got the 6x6 paper pad. Let me just slide these sprays out of the way for a second. And we've also got the 12x12 paper pad. And boy, I tell you guys, this is beautiful, beautiful paper. So it almost looks like alcohol ink. Hi, Carol. That's got, you have 3 orders in, Irene. Well, you have time to add more then when you see these. So just the patterns on them, it's like, you know, a perfect alcohol inked background. And you can see that it looks with the gold. It doesn't really shine per se. I don't know how they do the printing process, but it just gives that illusion of shine. So yes, it's absolutely beautiful, Julie. That's right. And it goes, I love the shading. So we've got kind of like almost like a grapevine-y, dark burgundy red. And then it would be beautiful making even just framing these papers or kind of cutting them out, maybe piecing together almost like a quilt with the different shades. And so it goes into more of the pinkies and then into like I'm not even sure what color to call this, but just absolutely gorgeous. So that's the 6x6 paper pad. Yeah, Carol, it is Craft Consortium. So this is called Ink Drops Rose. So that's the 6x6, and then we've also got it in the 12x12. So I'm pretty sure it's the exact same pattern, just in a larger scale. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to loosen up the packaging here. So if you buy this paper has not been used. Just peeled that back enough so that we can see the pattern. Okay, so there's the 12x12, and I'm just going to open up so yeah, it's pretty much the same. I'll just raise that up a little bit so you can see the 12x12 better. So it is the same pattern, just on a smaller scale. So if you're making card maker, the 6x6 is perfect for that, although you can also use the 12x12 and just cut them down into smaller pieces. But so that's the exact same colors as are in the 6x6 paper pad. So lots of just beautiful, beautiful patterns. So if you're a little afraid of alcohol inking, or you know, you just want it to look kind of beautiful each time, then go with these pattern papers. Like honestly, you get that look and nobody would really know. Well, nobody would know. Maybe your crafty friends would know for sure that you didn't actually alcohol ink the background, but once you get that on a card, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that is the Ink Drops Rose. So now in the store, we've also got the brand new Distress Mica Stains from Tim Holtz. Now I'm just going to show these to you. I'm sure when Carla's back, she is just a master at these, using these sprays and mixed media products. So I'm sure she'll have a demo for you guys using these products. So this is the, I guess, fall colors, Halloween colors for this year. So, you know, Tim did a set of these from last year as well, a bunch of Halloween colors as well, and I think they sold out, so I don't even think those are available anymore. They might have been a limited edition as well. But now this is the new set for 2022. So we've got a Harvest Moon, Burning Embers, it's called, and Iron Gate in the one set. So they come in a set of 3. And then the second set is the Fortune Teller, Wicked Elixir, and Decayed. So you can just get a little hint of what the colors look like here. But like I said, I'm sure that Carla will have a wonderful demo for you guys using these sprays when she's back. Now, another new product from Tim for this Halloween season is the Distress Grit Paste, Crypt, it's called. And it's a tinted translucent paste. And I actually just looked at a video earlier before coming on live here, and it almost looks like cement. It's got very much that texture and that look and feel to it. So if you're making well, any Halloween cards, backgrounds, stencils that are like brickwork or rockwork stencils, I think you get some beautiful, beautiful looks with that type of stencil and this paste. So that is also available in the store. And now let's move on. And I think Sandy did a great video the other day. I'm showing you guys the Vicky Bouton Evergreen and Holly line and all the accoutrements that come with it. She's got a bunch of awesome things to go with it. And now you might not really be in the mood quite yet to start on Christmas. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how we can turn one sheet of 12x12 paper into a quick mini album. But I want to show you how it doesn't have to be Christmassy themed. So while this is Christmas paper, we're actually going to make this a non-Christmas theme mini album. Now I haven't really decided what kind of photos I'm going to put in here yet, but I'm just going to show you, we're going to work on the album, and then I'm going to show you how I just kind of go through the various ephemera and how we can just pull out some of the pieces that aren't as Christmassy and incorporate them into a mini album that we can use for kind of anything. It's probably going to be a random bunch of photos in my stash that end up, we'll see. I will post the entire completed album after the live once I get it finished and decide what photos are going in there. But let's start with cutting our paper and putting together the mini album base. So what I'm going to use is the Happy and Bright paper here. Now I'm choosing this one in particular as I've got stars on the one side, and then on the reverse side we have these pine boughs. But once this is all cut out and put together, it's not as Christmassy a feel as if we would use, for example, there's one with the poinsettias, or this one that has lots of Christmas words. Okay, so let me put this paper aside and grab my paper trimmer. And first thing we're going to do is trim our paper. Oh, you have the pre-order collection, Irene. Yes, that is fantastic. It's nice having all the pieces in it. I've done that in the past as well, and it's a great way to get all the bits and pieces of the line, and it's actually, you know, quite reasonably priced, I find. So I'm just going to trim off this top edge here. Let me just turn that so you can see. I'm just going to make sure my paper is 12 inches. 'Cause sometimes I find, I don't know if you guys have noticed that sometimes, see, if I would just trim off that edge here, it's not quite exactly 12 inches. And I don't know, that kind of bugs me when that happens. So I'm just going to measure this on, rotate it, and just make sure this edge is 12 inches. So it's probably like a 1/16 of an inch that I had to trim off that. Okay, so now, super simple. We're just going to cut the pattern paper into 3 4-inch by 12-inch pieces. Okay, I'm going to slice that across, and I'm just going to double check. It should be exactly 4 inches since I trimmed my edge. There we go, exactly 4 inches. Okay, and now I can put the trimmer away for now. And let's bring in our scoreboard. Oh, thanks, Linda. It's the Caterpillar Crop, it's called. It is kind of big, so this is my stay-at-home paper trimmer. And then I have a Creative Memories one that I take with me when I go to crops, which there haven't been a lot of lately, but it will be traveling with me to the Scrapaganza in September. All right, so hopefully if you haven't signed up yet for the crop, you'll consider signing up. Registration is open, and we're just starting. The first card class is getting put together, and you'll see some more information on that in the Scrapaganza group and on the Facebook page in the next week or so. Okay, so now I'm just going to score. We're going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches. Now I've got just a little baby score buddy here, so it only goes up to about 7 inches. So I'm just going to flip my paper over and score it at 4 inches. So we'll take each piece and score it exactly the same at 4 inches and 8 inches. All right, and another 4 and at 8 inches. Okay. Now we can just set that aside, and now we can start to put together our mini album. Okay, so I'm going to take my 3 sheets of paper, okay, and I'm going to flip over this middle one so that we can just see the other pattern. Okay, so I'm going to work with these 2 pieces now, and I'm just going to fold that on the score line. All right, and then I'm just going to fold this other one side as well on the score line, just so I can see where it is. Okay, and we're going to create a little pocket out of this piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to make a little tab. I had to dig to find a 1-inch circle punch. Surprisingly, out of all the things I own, that is not super easy to find. I didn't actually, I kind of had to go digging to find this guy that I got from I have no idea where. Okay, so I am going to use liquid glue. You could use a tape runner, like a 1/4-inch tape runner, or 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to use glue just because I've got it handy, and Just make sure I have my fold straight here. It gives me a little wiggle room. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put glue here on the bottom and the sides, and we're going to leave the top open. Okay, because we're going to create this pocket and then slide a little tag in there. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this piece to this piece, but I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to fold that over. So I'm going to lay this right next to that score line, but make sure I don't have it over top of that score line, okay? Because we want to be able to fold that over. If you butt it right into that score line, you're not going to be able to fold this in, and we want to be able to fold it in. Essentially what we're making is an accordion album, a mini accordion album. So I'm just going to wiggle that around, make sure I've got it there on the bottom, and it's on the edge. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to repeat the process. This time, cutting my little tab here from this side. Oops, I need to flip that over so I can see what I'm doing. Do you guys make mini albums at all? Have you? I know I've done a lot of the pre-made types of albums, like the snap binders and the folios. I've done some of those, but I haven't done a whole bunch of kind of DIY do-it-yourself. And I thought it was kind of neat to try to figure out how to do it out of one sheet of cardstock. I did not purchase the paper pad, which I'm kind of regretting. I'm probably going to go back and pick up the paper pad. But I was seriously, when I picked up this paper and I was trying to decide what I was going to do today, I was like, oh boy, why did I not buy 2 sheets of everything? I mean, goodness gracious, I'm a scrapbooker. Don't we always buy patterned paper in 2s so that you can cut into one and still have the other one to use for something else or for double page layouts? So I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just making more work for poor Sandy when I'll put in another order for the same papers again. Okay. So I'm just going to slide that over there a little, make sure that it's not impeding my fold. I want to get it as close as possible to that score line without affecting the fold. There we go. Now if I have to go back later and add a little bit more glue, I'll do that. There's different paper in the paper pad, Irene. Yeah. See, I'm now having some FOMO about that, so I'll be going back to order that after. Okay, so we've got that put together, and so now it's just your basic accordion fold. Back and forth. All right. And back and forth. Okay, now you can see the way that I've got this put together. It's giving me a little bit of like a waterfall look almost. Let's see, maybe I'll turn that around, which I actually don't mind. And that's just from where I've done the scoring. Okay, so now we can open that up. Sorry, I want it to be this way. We can open it up. There we go. And we've got our front cover. Now a page to do a photo. We've got our little pocket. Okay, let me just, whoops, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. It is super cute, Jenny. I agree. Okay, so What I'm going to do now is I'm not going to use this last piece of cardstock, or of, I should say, page of the quote-unquote book. So I'm going to cut this off, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this. Okay, so I'm going to take this now and trim it in half. Okay, so we're going to trim that at 2 inches. Okay, and now we're going to make a couple of tags to go inside our pockets. So if you had a small enough die cut, like a tag die, you can cut a tag out of this. I'm just going to freehand it because I don't have a tag die. So I'm not going to fold that harshly all the way over, just kind of gently fold it over and clip that off to give me that tag shape. Okay, then I can come in with my hole punch and trim that up. So when you're working with kind of a patterned paper theme, like even if you're looking at, let's say, birthday papers, camping papers, summer vacation paper, you know, generally one side of the paper kind of is the real themey side, and the reverse side often tends to have a more of a generic pattern on it. So you can always look at the generic patterns, even in a what seems really themey, and kind of use that reverse side of your papers for really anything. Okay, so now I've got my 2 tags, and I'll put this guy in here the other way. Okay. All right. And so now as I'm looking at this, I'm going to change this up a little bit too. So I'm actually going to cut this front star paper off as well. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Now it's your mini album, so you can have all those pages, you can have some of them, you can have only a few. So I can use this piece now to create some more tags if I want, or if you have a tab punch, you can make some tabs out of this and kind of put it, you know, in the top of one of these pages or beside. But what I'm going to do now is take this piece, and I'm going to cut off about, let me just take my tags out here. We don't need them in quite yet. Maybe about 1/3 of that front piece. Okay. Just to make the cover a little bit more interesting. Okay, now on this, I'm going to round the corners. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little star piece over here, and I'm just going to glue that to the edge there, just to kind of make it look a little different. And I'll show you what we're going to do here to just kind of break apart that little piece that, you know, you're kind of looking at it saying, oh, Rosie, that kind of blends in together too much. And this is what's kind of fun with this little mini album. You can just kind of play around with it however you want. And it's just fun. Try some different things with it. All right. So we're going to glue this guy down. Okay. So just to make that front cover more interesting. And now let's bring in some embellishments and the sticker book. So again, I'm not planning to use this little mini album for Christmas at all. So I'm going to go through here and kind of take a look at what do I have on this little book that is not really Christmassy. Okay. So let's see. We've got I think this would be, these little banners are kind of cute. And I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with these. So I'm going to pull that out. And now we've all got oodles of scrap cardstock lying around. So I'm going to use this cardstock. And I'm going to put my little banner stickers on here. And I'm just going to line up the edge there, because what I'm going to do is trim these out. So I'm putting them on cardstock just to give the stickers a bit more support, I guess. Make them more rigid. I don't know if that's the right word, but okay. But then also I don't have to treat them with a anti-static powder tool to take the stick off. Okay, because I'm going to show you why I would have had to treat them with the anti-static powder tool. Because I'm going to use these guys and just place them all along the edge of my paper here, of my front cover. Okay. And so I lined up the top edge right along the edge of my cardstock, so I don't have to cut across the top there, and it should be straight. So I'll trim these out. Let me just get closer to the edge there. I don't want to have a white edge, I just want the cardstock sticker, just the color of the sticker itself. And two more. Okay. Has everyone managed to have a getaway for summer vacation yet? Do you have plans at all to head anywhere before September? I know in some places school has already started for the kids. Not here quite yet. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to bring in my glue. And I think I'm going to start with this guy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the edge there. And I'm just going to place all these little stickers. Just glue them to the front there, just to add some interest. I'll use the dark one. Okay. And then the mint green. And so now if you did want to make this a little mini Christmas album, that would be super easy to do as well. Use the really Christmas themey ones, and then you're going to pull out all your Christmas stickers. Okay, so there we have that little border on there. And now I'm gonna, let's open up this ephemera. I'm feeling that my little change of cutting off my front cover, I kind of wish that I had some stars here. So I think I'm gonna put some more star paper there. So I've got this extra piece that we cut. Let's see. Do I want to do that? I don't know. It's not rocket science. We'll see. Let's see what's in the embellishment pack here first. Okay, now, or our stickers. We have more of our stickers here. So we can go through and so happy is one that would be, I'm going to actually use that. So let's pull this off here. So again, depending on what you're going to do with your little mini album, you could make it a little, kind of like a little mini journal. You could do even just for, let's say for the month of September, put something together and kind of do a, you know, like a daily, a currently, I should say. So like currently watching, currently reading, all those types of things. I haven't done that type of layout in a really long time, or that type of project, but that's a nice one to do. So I'm actually going to put this right on the front here, I think. Or here. Actually, we could put it anywhere. I'm going to pop it right down in here, and then I'm going to go back and trim my star paper. Just a little. I'm actually going to trim it this way to about 3 inches. And then I'm just going to layer that right here on this bottom piece. So that kind of breaks up that second sheet of paper that was kind of bothering me a little. Or what I'll do is just put the glue on 3 sides, and then I'm going to have a double pocket. Okay, so we're going to glue on the left side, on the bottom, and right over here. So there we go. So this one will be a double. I can make this a double pocket if I so choose. Or add in some journaling, maybe a photo on a photo here, some journaling here, and then a tag here. All right. There we go with that. And now the one thing I want to show you. I just wanted to show you guys this because I actually was I thought this was pretty cool. So this ink drop paper, you know, at first glance you'd think, oh good grief, you could not use that together with this paper. But you actually could. So even this red here would work, and if you decided to get the vellum paper, this Follow Law paper, oh, that ink drop paper would work beautifully on this vellum, or the vellum over top for your Christmas cards, really simple Christmas cards. You could just use a double-sided adhesive. I know, Stacy, it is. Let me just show you, because as I was looking at the papers, there's one paper in particular that this stuff goes perfectly with. And of course, it's not in my pile right when I'm looking at it. Let's see, where did I put that? Things always disappear during a live. Funny how, there it is. Like how gorgeous is this paper with, is it with here? That's right, Irene, yeah, and that's the fun thing with this little mini album. You can add flaps, score other ends, all sorts of things. Okay, so anyways, I digress. I just love this paper. I'm totally getting some. Okay, so back to the mini album. So we can put our tag in here. All right. Our tag in here. And then I'm going to go through here, and I wanted to, oh, this is what I wanted to do. Let's look at the embellishments here, because I'm sure there are a number that we can use as well. Okay, so I would say that's a bit too Christmassy. We could use cheer depending on what this album is going to, what pictures I'm going to put in here, but that would work there. This is cute. Just even that little frame, just pop it on there, and then I could take there were star stickers in here. Here they are. I could take one of these star stickers, put it on foam tape. I'm not going to glue everything down, but let's go through and see what pieces we can pull out of this line to be able to kind of make our little let's call it an everyday life mini book. So we're just going to take some random photos. Okay, so I can put that there, that little star there. And I'm going to put my tag up here. You can make multiple tags as well. Okay, so we'll say we're going to have cheer. Maybe I'll put cheer up here. We're going to have memory captured. Going to flip that over. And I can use this back side too as well, all the way through each side here. We won't put anything on the back here because this is where I would add my ribbon. Unfortunately, I don't have any ribbon. But if I did, what I would do, you can kind of create your ribbon enclosure. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some ribbon. That's what happens when I give everything away. But you would glue your ribbon on the back here, and then it would flip all the way around to the front, and then you would tie it closed. This is just to give you an idea of how you could kind of hold everything together. Okay, but before we do that, let's flip this back over and see what other pieces we can use from this Christmas line, out of this ephemera. So let's see, holiday cute. No, we could use that. Even just as the banner, just as a little banner here. And kind of put something over top, maybe another star sticker, a gold one right up there. Okay, that's December. We can use this frame as well. Yeah, I would put the frame here, and then this guy up here. Flip that over. And let's see, what else do we have? Joy, holiday, merry, our story. You could use our story. We could use that and then just put another star, like a gold star over top of, actually I would actually maybe put that, maybe like that. I'm not sure. Well, think about that one. But we could just put a star sticker over top of that, so that you're not going to see the holly. We definitely can use this and just put a little piece of, here I'm going to flip that over, use that on this side. And what I can do is put a little piece of patterned paper over top of the shopping list. This is just to give you an idea. I'm just going to freehand it. Not great at that. And then I would maybe cut this into a banner, and now I can use this as a little journal card for whatever I'm going to write on there. You can use that. Yeah, exactly, Irene. Yeah, very true. Make that family tradition. Making plans, that works. Can use that here as well. We could put that, just layer that over top of our little journal piece. Okay, my favorite month, we could use that too. Depending on what the photos are going to be. Let's say you wanted to make this maybe a little mini album with pictures of your garden. If you're a gardener, you could definitely put in maybe your favorite month is whatever month you harvest all your vegetables. I don't garden. I'm not a gardener. But I know some of you guys are. All right, and so one for the record books, we can always use that one. Let's see. Oh, I better stack this over here so I put them back in the right place. Trim the tree, hot cup of cocoa. We could use this either, depending on what this mini album is. This would actually be really cool to just tuck it in here. Let's say this is going to be about the books that I've read this month. Or the books or maybe this is about some of my favorite craft supplies or projects that I've done, or maybe I want to make a wish list of new craft supplies I want, or techniques I want to try, depending on what my little book is about. We can always use this as well. Making a list and then just so, you know, some pattern paper over checking it twice, or something like this paper. So all sorts of ways that we can use this themey type of die cuts and papers. Okay, we've got Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. Oh, and these are great. See, that is awesome. Can fill this up with all sorts of little, some of these tags. Just flip this over here. So we can add a whole bunch of these things. Like I said, we've got a couple of tags here. I could add this little envelope here and then layer a photo over top. And these I would probably just, this is even cute. Just, there we go. I would just trim these off. Let's see, maybe I can just do that. There we go. Kind of have that ticket edge. And layer that along the side there over a photo just to add some more interest. Actually, I might put that here too. Okay, so you can see with these this is the ephemera journaling cards. If you're a December daily person, there are tons, like this would be perfect for your December daily project. Hello, Lorraine. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. Just kind of going through or making kind of a non-Christmassy album with the Evergreen and Holly line, just a little mini album. Okay, so, and then we've got these puffy stickers are so fun. And again, as I said, maybe you want to do a mini album, like a very small December daily. You actually could do a little mini accordion album for that, just keeping all your photos, maybe 2x2 photos, and just kind of build up a bunch of these accordion albums together, and then you've got all these little numbers that work perfectly. But see, we can also use the stars, the hearts. I can do remember, memories. We can use so freaking cute. Hashtag blessed. That works fantastic on non-Christmassy projects as well. So we can just add a bunch of these little embellishments as well to our little mini album. Hi, Judy. How are you? Hope you're doing great. So just to recap, we've created this little mini album out of one sheet of 12x12 paper. And now we kind of went through and I threw a whole bunch of things onto each page. So after this live, I'm going to go get everything glued down because you don't really want to watch me glue everything down. It's kind of boring. And you might want to actually go in and try to put one of these together yourself as well. So I'm going to glue everything down and add in a few photos and such so that you can get a good idea of what this looks like completed. But lots of great products in this line. And yeah, and does anyone have any questions, like as far as the measurements or anything like that? I mean, it's a very simple project, so not one that takes a whole ton of time, but you can, you can take more time with it depending on what you want to do. Like if you wanted to add some shine, you could come in with some paste, a stencil, and some Moonstone Glimmer paste, that clear paste. You could use some of those glazes, I think they're called. What are they called? Let's see. These, I think Carla did a really good demo with these glossy glazes. You could add some of those as well to maybe some of the tags or one of the pages. Yeah, Judy, Christmas is my favorite too. I am a sucker for anything Christmassy. I could probably never buy any more Christmas products again and still probably take 10 to 15 years to use up everything I have. I think it's that much. But thanks, Jenny. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to finish it too. So yeah, so there's kind of a look at my little project for today, and I am going to go off and get it all finished up. And so I guess keep an eye in the next couple of hours. I will post the finished project in the group. And if you guys decide you want to give this a try as well, maybe with not even with kind of using your using your themey projects for something non-themey, share in the paper crafting group, the Scrap Shotz paper crafting group. We do have a challenge going on right now that is the Anything Goes challenge that closes at the end of August. So if you want to do a little project like this, post that in there. That definitely meets this challenge. So we'd love to see what you do with that. And yeah, if you haven't joined the Scrapaganza Facebook group, make sure you do that, because we're going to have some announcements coming as far as classes and so on and so forth. They'll be posted in there first, and we'll share it to the paper crafting group as well. But that's if you're signed up in that Facebook group, then you'll get to see those announcements right away. And if you're thinking maybe you're not going to be able to make the crop, but you can make the class, you definitely can just attend the class as well. So you don't have to be in the crop in order to attend the classes. But if you are already signed up, then you will kind of be able to sign up right away for the classes too, because you'll get notified kind of first if you're in the group. Okay, all right. Thanks everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Carla will be back with you next week. And enjoy your summer, everyone. Take care. Bye.